everyone. I just want to take a really quick second to apologize for the lighting in here. Our house actually flooded this weekend with all of these crazy storms, so we only have like 3 working lights that we can get. The rest of them are totally out because water was actually coming in through them, so that's why it looks a little bit dark. I'm sorry for that. Anyways, let's continue. Okay, so did you know that every 19 hours in Iowa, somebody commits suicide? Every 19 hours. Crazy. I'm actually going to introduce my first visual, which I apologize that you can't really see. I planned on making this bigger, but this weekend it's been a little crazy. I'm going to read some of the most important things off of this that I think that you should be aware of before I start my speech. This is how important this is. On average, 1 person dies in Iowa every 19 hours. We are ranked 29 out of 50 in the United States for suicide. The 9th leading cause of death in Iowa overall is suicide, but it's the 2nd leading cause of death between ages 15 and 34. The purpose of my speech is to engage you in some ways that you can take care of yourself, keep track of your state of mind, and really be aware of symptoms of depression and how they're affecting you, because it can come out of nowhere. In school, we're taught reading, writing, math, even our nation's history, but we aren't typically taught how to take care of our mind, what to do when we are feeling down, in a rut, stressed. And so it's so important to be aware of those signals and signs and what to do to help you. So the reason I chose this speech is because I actually lost my brother to suicide 3 years ago, and 4 years ago I lost my best friend Jacob. I would have never thought that they were showing signs of suicide, depression, any of that. So it just goes to show how individually we kind of hold those symptoms in. Sometimes we see it, sometimes we don't. And before we know it, it's too late. So it's very important to keep track of that and just be aware of what's going on around you. So in my speech, I'm going to talk about what depression is, and then also how to take care of yourself. What are some things that you can do to help your mental health? And then also where to go to get help when you think that those steps aren't helping. So depression is a feeling of overall sadness, negativity. It affects how you think, how you feel, and how you act, and it's just an overall feeling of dejection. And I got that off of psychiatry.org. Some signals that you might notice in yourself, or maybe in some others, is an overall feeling of sadness, loss in interest in the things you typically love to do. Maybe you have a change in appetite, not eating as much, eating different things, tired, fatigue, hard to focus, and then even sometimes thoughts of suicide. And it's important to note too that it takes 2 weeks to get diagnosed with depression if you go to the doctor. These signs and signals can already have built up. So if you're keeping track of them and being aware of that, it can totally help you to keep a better state of mind. So some important things that you need to do to take care of your mental health is to take care of yourself. Get some good sleep, get some good exercise, take care of yourself physically. Be around good people. If you're around negative people that are always making you feel down, cut them out. It's time to change that up. It's also important to be aware of stress mediators for yourself. What can you do to help yourself feel less stressed? For me, I like to do crosswords, so I have some of my favorite ones, the general knowledge crossword puzzles, and then I also like the Never Get Bored books, because when I'm feeling stressed and I'm just totally overwhelmed, I pull a page out of here and I doodle, or I draw, or I cut things up, or I make a new recipe, and it's great. And it's also important to quiet your mind, to take time to just shut everything off, don't hear anything, maybe just go outside and sit and just kind of be quiet. And those are all off of mentalhealthamerica.net. Also, it's important to just be aware of yourself mentally. If you feel yourself getting stressed, maybe you need to write those down. Write down what is stressing you out. Write down what is making you upset. Get off of the phone. Get off the computer. Get off the grid. Shut all of that down. Social media is a huge trigger for depression and anxiety. Shut it all off. Another one that they talked about on that website was coloring, which I love. I don't always think of that, but I love to color. So just sit down and it said color for 20 minutes a day. Dancing, relax, take a nap, take a bubble bath. And then another huge one that it said that I love was just smile. Just a simple smile. Take time to laugh, and then know when to get help. So then another thing that you need to be aware of is that there is a time when those little things that you can do are not going to help, and you need to see a professional about what to do to help that. And some places, that you can go would be your general practitioner, your general doctor, and get some medicine. There's also different types of therapies. Talk therapy can be really great for people struggling with depression, and then sometimes medication. Some other alternatives to those would be a massage, changing your diet. Sometimes if you have like a sensitivity, that can affect your state of mind, headaches, making you feel down. And then there's also different phone numbers you can call to talk to people 24/7 that can really help. Again, it's just so important to treat yourself with respect and kindness and to value yourself. Make time for the things that you love, the things that you enjoy. And when you do start to feel down, you need to be aware of that and reach out to other people and make sure that you're not getting to a place that you can't come back up. So in conclusion of all that, we know what depression is. It's not always just this feeling of you can't get out of bed, you're so tired, you're just in a manic depression, you can't even live. That we figured out the signs, what to look for in yourself and in others, and then some simple things that you can do every day. Just change how you act every day for a little bit, and it can change your life. And then also where to get help. So in conclusion, it's important to value yourself, take care of you, and you can impact the world and those around you. So it's important to take care of yourself. So I hope that you guys all learned something great, and I hope that you all take time to take care of yourself like I try to every day.